r/NoStupidQuestions. Mean Copy 2403 says, should I not choose to get pregnant someday if I'm not willing to have a disabled child? Basically that. I want to have a child eventually with my partner, but both of us agree that we would not be willing to have and or raise a disabled child. Mentally or physically. Does that make me selfish? Does that mean that I'm not someone who should have a baby? Eater, I did not expect this to get so many comments. I'd like to point out that by a lot of the comments it seems that I may have given you all the impression that I have a reason to think my child would possibly be disabled. I do not. There are no disabilities that run on either of our sides of family. Kleenex says, maybe this is unpopular, but that's a perfectly valid opinion. You can test for many disabilities during pregnancy, which give you options to terminate abortion, and it does not make you a bad person to do so. But keep in mind, once that baby is born, you are pretty much all in. If they develop a disability later in life, putting them up for adoption can really frick up their life. Abandoning a child you've been raising would be really frick up in my opinion. But I've never been in that position and don't know how I'd react, so take it with a grain of salt. Mean Copy 2403 says, I would never abandon a child. At that point, if something like that happens, it is what it is, and I will have to get on with it. I just mean specifically that if I'm not willing to knowingly give birth to a disabled child, it makes me feel like that means I shouldn't have children at all. Thanks for your input. Erratic Bonsai says, you're completely valid for that opinion, please don't beat yourself up. There's a huge difference between knowingly bringing a profoundly disabled baby into this world and someone you already know and love becoming disabled. I'm going to say the quiet part out loud that everyone knows, but feels bad to admit. Disabilities make your life harder and nobody wishes to have a disability. One of my very good friends in college was born without one arm. He's a very happy, successful, independent, capable person, but he openly says that his life would be a lot easier if he didn't have his disability, and that he wishes he didn't have it. People who have disabilities are not worth less than able-bodied people, but their lives do have additional challenges. I'm Jewish, we believe souls don't go. r/NoStupidQuestions. 12,345 Burrito says, how did Crocs go from being the weird kid shoes to suddenly being popular? I remember being a kid in the 2000s when Crocs were seen as kinda dorky or just the weird thing to wear. Yet for the past few years I feel like they've randomly become mainstream and popular everywhere. How were they able to do that? Heavy Bodybuilder 164 says, they had a huge social media campaign involving product placement with influencers and celebrities. It was a deliberate marketing effort. The CEO responsible was later hired by the Stanley Corporation, and he did it again for Stanley Cups. The Legend Killix says, I remember when they did it with Champion. That was an embarrassing Walmart brand when I was growing up, and all of a sudden $7 sweatpants cost $50. Melody Meditation says, despite their initial quirky appearance, Crocs are known for their comfort due to their lightweight, cushioned design and ergonomic fit. Many people prioritize comfort in footwear, especially those who spend long hours on their feet. Pipperleaf says, the same way Birkenstocks did. Someone decided they were cool and the rest followed. No, they are quality sandals, but they are hideous looking. Both maybe 4656 says, Crocs are pretty comfy. Back in 2021, I smashed my toes and I couldn't walk with shoes at all. Got me some Crocs, and while not painless, it was definitely better and easier to walk in. Unfortunately they got stolen a year later. Rip my recovery Crocs. r/NoStupidQuestions. Specialist and 9595 says, insane parents, am I in the wrong? So for context, my dad has cancer and both my parents had to stay at the hospital for the past 5 weeks. They are actual hoarders, like it's really bad. Think food trash and junk everywhere. It's actually embarrassing, and my brother is the worst of them all. He has been watching my parents' house and taking care of the animals while they were gone, so it became extremely unlivable for all parties involved. I figured I would drive up there and clean and organize the house before they got home, so they didn't have to deal with any of that. Cancer patient can come home to literal poop in the floor. After 8 hours of pure cleaning I got most of the visible house done. It's livable at this point and all the nasty gunk has been scraped away. Well, in the process of this, I grabbed 4 cups from the back of the cupboard. Mind you, they have over 200 cups. They are hoarders, and took them out because I literally couldn't fit those 4 anywhere. So I donated them to Goodwill. Well, my parents came home, said thank you for cleaning, but asked about the 4 random cups. They were tumblers from 20 years ago when I was a kid. They knew they were gone because my brother told them. They demanded I bring them back. I told them I donated them. They were so upset, they said they wanted to sell them online for $20 a cup. Yeah, I know that's insane. Whatever. To stop the argument I just ordered some more off Amazon and sent them to their house. This upset me because I don't have the best relationship with them, but I felt like they would really need a clean house to come back to, and all they responded with was upset about some damn cups. Rant over / Your Glacier says. So that's just a common thing hoarders do. You can clean anything, and they get incredibly mad and find some weird reason it's wrong. Maybe some it happens to me too stories will help your brain, as you feel wrong and nope you aren't. So, my mom is a hoarder, and she comes over to my house weekly. I have a 2x a week housekeeper because I really need to have a feeling of clean that will never come from myself, and okay, I'm a bit lazy plus add, so this just helps make my life much better. You'd think this would mean I'd have a clean house. Well, no. According to my mom it's dirty, even though you can't walk in hers, and she is always angry at her. My mom finds weird things to nitpick, and gets mad about things she threw out, like, yes, pop cans. My mom will seriously be like, I was gonna finish that flat popcorn that was by her nightstand for over 4 days. She left just today, and she actually said, don't let her throw out my soup. The soup in question is about $1 of soup in a little bowl with a lid in the fridge that's like 4 days old now. She wants it to sit in the fridge indefinitely, even if it molds, because she can just boil it. It's literally not soup she even made. Another story, when I was like 17 I cleaned our whole apartment. It took 3+ days, it was up to the ceilings in areas. She came back and burst into tears that I had made it messier. It was not messier, but I felt so crazy from it, I had to take photos of the before and after and show dozens of my friends online and offline just to calm down. She didn't even appreciate the fact that I took down over 15 bags of garbage, full-sized ones. She spent months pointing out things I had broken or ruined, things like a sponge that had mold that was over 3 years old and in the sink in water for easily a year. So yeah, it's just a hoarder thing. You are not wrong, you are 100% valid, and I'm absolutely 1,000,000% with you, and just wanted you to know you are not alone. I hope this helps. I may delete it later, because I hate bad mouthing my mom. My dad was a monster and left her with some issues, but it's actually really a type of abuse hoarders impart on people and have no idea they do. Specialist and 9595 says, OMG, that's just like my mom. OMG, I need to know the reasoning behind hoarding tendencies. I even took before and after pics just because of how insane it is. r/NoStupidQuestions. Hixapo says, why are trainers gendered? If people have the same size feet, that should be it, right? Edit. Thanks for the responses. Seems to be solved. Men and women's feet are differently built, it's not just marketing. Frangable Red says, men's shoe sizes are a bit wider for the same length as the women's ones. Egg, if I buy women's sneakers the size 8 is tight across the toes and the 9 is too long but not tight. A men's 6 is just right. So it's good to have different fits for different feet. Cool Relative 7359 says, which is why I buy men's shoes as far as trainers go. I have wider feet and hate the pinching feeling. But also, most modern shoes are shaped wrong for our feet and deform it as we age. They shouldn't narrow at the toes at all. A K for a day says, typically, men's shoes are designed with a slightly wider width and larger size range to accommodate the average anatomical characteristics of male feet. Women's shoes, on the other hand, are often designed with a narrower width and a more extensive size range that accommodates the average characteristics of female feet. Puzzled Barnacle 200 says, women's feet are not just shorter men's feet. Even with the same foot length, women have narrower feet. Women's feet have a larger ratio between the width of the heel and the width of the ball of the foot. Women have a higher Achilles tendon, a higher foot arch, and a more curved inside line. In short, because men and women are different. Women are not just small men. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.